Thanks for joining me on the Ghanaian Farmer. My name is Enyuna, but when you see me town, call me Ghana's finest farmer. Like I always say, if everything or if it's anything agriculture in Ghana, in West Africa, this is the right platform for you to be, especially if you're in the diaspora and you have interest, you're passionate about coming to invest in agriculture in Ghana. Do not look anywhere apart from the Ghanaian farmer. So you know what you're going to do for me? Please subscribe. Yes, whilst you're watching, please subscribe and then you share the videos. Don't watch alone. Don't be selfish. Come on now. Share the video to a brother, to a friend, to a family. Let them know what is happening in the agriculture sector. Now, agriculture, like every other business, comes with its own challenges and risk factors. All right, just like any business, being it oil and gas, being it real estate, agriculture also come with its own risk. Now, today I'm going to give you some few tips on how to cut down or even eliminate entirely some of the risk factors that you might encounter when you're going into farming. When you identify the particular region you want to lease your land. Presently, I'm in the Volta region. The whole place is Volta region, Tajavu. If you want to lease a land in Tajavu, you need to do research and find out who owns this land. Is it for government? Is it for the chiefs? Is it for family head? Is it for individuals? Or is it from some real estate company that has bought it for their own development? If you are able to identify who owns the land, then that is one way of eliminating challenges with you going to pay and this person comes that, hey, you bought my land. These are my documents. Get off the land. All right. So identifying the rightful owner of the land you're going to lease or buy is one way to eliminate risk factors of paying multiple times for one particular land. All right. So after you identify the land, you need to go around and visit other farmers. The risk factor in the fact that if you don't visit other farmers, if you don't make friends, if you don't know your neighbors, and you just lease the land, the next thing they see you bringing tractor. The next thing they see you plowing. The next thing they see you bringing workers. The next thing they see you planting. Look, if there is any trouble or challenge or taboo on the land, you will not know. And when the laws of Ghana catch up with you, oh Jesus, or when the traditional authorities say that you have broken the rules of the land, you are in damn trouble. So the risk factor here is, and how to eliminate is that, make sure you know your neighbors. Do not become like a one-man soldier that you won't do everything because you have money. Money is not everything when it comes to farming. If you have the land, you have the location, all right? The next thing you have to do is to make sure you go about knowing people. Hello, I'm so and so. I am from this part of the Ghanaian region. I want to do farming here. What even do well here? Are there any taboos? How do you come by workers? What is the rain pattern here? How do you manage to have tractors to plow? All these pertinent questions, you need to ask them. If you do not ask, the risk of you committing an error that will land you into a major trouble is very high. So to cut off or to eliminate that risk, you make sure that you make friends. In fact, when you make these friends, they will even tell you if the land you cannot buy or if you cannot farm on it. They will tell you. So you don't even have to waste money paying for the land. Another risk factor that you can easily eliminate is when you come from the abroad or you come from the diaspora and you want to farm in Ghana. One of the problems or the challenges or the difficulties or the mistakes, I should say, the risk you always take is that you would say, I have money, I have bought the land, So get me workers. Let them work for me. I'll pay. How much is your salary? I'll pay. Look, money is not everything. One way to keep your farmland intact, one way that when you go and you come back, you come and meet your farm, you'll be able to count some money. You'll be able to understand and appreciate the work that is ongoing. Make the Ghanaian person your partner. All right? If you come to buy a land, look for somebody who is thinking in that direction. I want to go into farming, but maybe I don't have too much resources. I have the land. Look for partners. You know what you're going to do? The risk factor you're going to cut off there, or the risk you are going to eliminate from there, is that the possibility of Lucas messing up my resources or my investment is a bit lower compared to if Lucas doesn't have any money. He doesn't have his kobo, his peswa or coins is not in what we are doing. Let's say I went to lease or rent 10 acres land. I just brought him to come and be a farm manager. His money is not in the soil. So whether the plant goes well or not, he doesn't care. He will tell you, oh boss, the farm, no, the farm didn't go well. He doesn't feel the pinch. But if he happens to be your partner, the land was 10 acres. It was 500 cedis per acre for a year. And you multiply, he pays half, you pay half. The seed, he buy half, you buy half. Labor, he's paying half, you're paying half. That way, you are eliminating the chances of everything going bad. You are eliminating or reducing it totally. Now, I heard someone saying that if there is no insurance cover, don't invest. Let me tell you something. Here in Ghana, we don't have insurance companies that are covering farms. We have just one company, Agriculture Insurance Pool. Go and check. They tell you they work with cooperatives, not individual farmers. Even the cooperatives, how many people are insuring with them? Do they even cover flood, fire, other things? Do they even want to cover you? Would they come and pay you when you have issues? So for farming, it is give and take. All right? You are investing and hoping that it goes well and you take your money. Or you are investing with the open mind that it can go well or it can go bad. And especially, please, that risk factor of it going bad or good, always have it here. Anything can happen. Anything can happen because it is a risk you're taking. The weather might fail you, like it failed us in Sege last year. It failed us miserably in Sege. At the 5th or 6th week into the production, when we need rain for the fertilizer application and other things, the rain stopped. The rain was not coming. At the end of the 4th month, it's supposed to take 3 months, but we went into the 4th month. When we harvested, for the germination, it was great, but the sizes we were looking for, the kilos, we didn't get them. And most of them were destroyed by rodents as well. So we did not start at the right time. And at the end of the day, the rain also failed us. So what do? This season, we are trying our hands on it again. So with rains. And the rains we are told this year, it might not be so favorable to rainfall farmers. So there is a risk when you're going to farming. It will go well or it will go bad. Have that in mind. And you would be able, when you follow all the protocols, it might go well for you. That is another risk factor that you can minimize, but you might not be able to eliminate. You should have that in mind. Another risk factor that you can reduce or eliminate is that always have a plan B for the farm you're going to do. A lot of people go into farming and they don't even look for proud buyers or potential buyers. If they don't have potential buyers, they don't even have, let's say, plans of processing or adding value. But come on now, if you're a farmer and you're investing into, let's say, a 50 or 40 or 100 acres of, it could be coconuts. You can see from the background, coconuts scattered all over. The farmer with coconuts, you can still plant other things around it. until it gets to a certain stage. So the farmer has scattered some coconut all over, and he's still planting some habanero, some garden eggs in between the coconut. So listen, if you are going into farming and the produce you're going to harvest, you know that you haven't gotten buyers, how about thinking of value addition? Because if you don't have value addition on standby as an option, then you are bound to sell at the mercy of market women prices. Or post-harvest loss will catch up with you. You will lose all your money and you will not be able to make any money. So risk that you would encounter and you can reduce or eliminate is that make sure you put in place standby buyers or value addition as an option to add value to the commodity you are going to actually produce. Now, another risk factor that you can either eliminate or you can reduce is that here in Ghana, there are some seasons that fire outbreak occurs a lot. Okay, especially with areas where we have livestock farmers like the Fulani herdsmen. When you go to the Ashanti region, you go to the Oti region, somewhere even in the Volta region here, even at Sege where we have our farm, there are Fulani herdsmen who move their cows around every time. So cows can either walk into your farm, or people who are chasing kusie, you know, this grass cutters and bush meat and all that, they have been setting fire, and you know your farm might just catch fire. And that's why someone will say, how about insurance? Well, you want to try your hands on insurance. That is, if they will insure the farm for you. But one thing I would suggest to reduce or eliminate is that you can get bamboos to create boundaries around the land. When you look at the entry point, if let's say it's a 50-acre land, it's pretty huge. If it's 100, it's huge. If it's 1,000 acres like these people have here, God, how are you going to, create a whole border or boundary? What you can do is that you make sure you get bamboos and at vantage point where the animals come from, you would create some form of boundary. So when they are coming, they know this is a no-go area. This is a no-go area. So they will pass without entering into your farm. Here in Ghana, Fulani herdsmen will destroy your farmland. They will enter into your farm, eat your crops, and nothing would be done. Nothing will be done about it. So it is a risk that you might encounter, and I encourage you, or I urge you, to make sure that when you have a big land, you would find out about livestock activities in that area and make sure you create boundaries or hedges so that you can protect your farm and protect the crops you are producing, so they do not invade and destroy your crops, because no one will come and help you. Now, another risk, which is maybe the last but one, is that land litigation is a big problem in Ghana. Okay, if you go and buy a land or lease a land and you do not make proper detailed research, you might end up paying multiple times, or you might even pay multiple times. You might land in court, and at the end of the day, if care is not taken, you will lose the land. So here in Ghana, if you're coming to farm, before you even pay for the land, the agric officers, they are your number one point of call, and I work with them a lot. Any region you are going to purchase or lease a land, make sure you ask, is there any MOFA office here, agric office? Is there any agric office here? If they tell you there is an agric office, go to the agric office. Look for one of the officers to follow you to where the land is. So wherever your land is, make sure you take the agric officer. The agric officer will be able to tell you, this land you can buy, this land don't buy, this land you can grow this, this land you cannot grow this. A lot of you end up buying land or leasing land all by what the community folks or a school friend or a father or a mother or an auntie or uncle told you. Hello, farming is investment. So to eliminate that challenge of double paying, ending in court, losing the land after paying huge amount of money, go to the agric offices, talk to them, take them to where the land is, and let them give you the best tips on how to go about this. All right. And it would help you a great deal. So these are some top 6 or top 7 risk factors that you might encounter in your journey of becoming a farmer here in Ghana. But if you are intentional about the investment you're going to do, you would take into consideration all these things I have told you, and then you would make a lot of you will save yourself a lot of heartache and stress and be successful in your farm. So if you find yourself in such an area like the Volta region, all right, Lucas, please give me a 360. Let them see the whole place I'm talking about. This is the Volta region. It's called Tajevu, one of the big farms here in the Volta region. A lot of activities ongoing. There are greenhouses. They are even constructing accommodation for the staff. There is an office. There is irrigation. There are different crops that are being produced here in this farm. And most of them, about 70%, is for the export market and 30% is for the local market. If you're coming to do agribusiness in Ghana, then get serious, get consultation, get the perfect and the correct help, and you'll be able to succeed in the agribusiness you're coming to do. My name is Anyonam. Do something for me. Please subscribe. If you're just watching, please subscribe. Share the link of all the videos you're watching. Get a friend, a brother, a sister, a husband and wife. Let them watch. Let them share. And please, lastly, if you're coming to Ghana for the purposes of agrotourism, you want to invest in Ghana, you want to invest in agriculture, please reach out to us, the Ghanaian farmer. Business stealing the land. Reach out to us. Let us book the farms you want to visit at very competitive and affordable price. Tell me the farms you want to visit. Make a deposit ahead of time. Let me make all the arrangement and come and let's have fun. Fish farms, poultry farms, vegetable farms, livestock farms, everything that you're looking for. Passion fruit farms, everything that you're looking for. Reach out to the Ghanaian farmer and will be your best bet to give you the greatest service ever that you can, ever think about. But hey, take these pointers in mind. Listen to it, write them down, and practice them. And you are going to eliminate or reduce the risk factors that you might encounter going into farming. Thank you very much. If you see me in town, call me Ghana's finest farmer. And yes, that's who I am. Thank you very much for watching.